My name is Marnus. I'm Golf Operations Manager at Silver Lakes Golf and Wildlife Estate. Just a couple of facts that I think everyone needs to know about the course. The course was designed and built by Peter Matkovich in 1993. The 18-hole par 72 course is rated one of the top in the country. It's also been rated top 10 most eco-friendly courses in the world by Golfscape, and has held the title of the best course in Pretoria for 4 years in a row by Best of Pretoria Awards. 11 of the 18 holes on the course features water, so it's very important to keep your ball dry. Thank you very much, and we hope you are going to enjoy around here.
And yes, we are really going to enjoy ourselves around Silver Lakes. It's going to be a fantastic day on Sunday. A course we haven't been to in the last season, so many guys are looking forward to it. I will not be the only one looking forward to it. We have a different faces in our panel today, and we've got some upgrades. Let me introduce you to our preview guests and panel. Here's everybody. We've got Dylan next to me. Dylan, you've been upgraded. We've got Donnie Geldenays. We've got Basil Wright, and we've got Ryan Jansen. Hello, everybody. How are we today on this awesome Thursday evening?
Hello, everybody. How's it, Maz?
How's it?
All good.
I hope you are happy to be here. We managed to get out to Silver Lakes on Tuesday to have a bit of, I wouldn't say a practice round, to see what it's all about, get some content so we can do a nice preview for everybody. And Baz, you were with me. Enjoyed the day?
Yes, it was fantastic. I played there last year for a Sunshine Tour event in the summer, and it was nice to play it in the winter time. It was a different golf course, but looking forward to Sunday.
Was it a bit too short for you, being in winter conditions?
Yes, it was, but a lot more trickier in terms of off the tee. You had to be a bit more creative off the tee. Obviously, the ball running, and there's a bit of danger just about on every hole.
Okay. I have Ryan with us today. This is your first appearance, Ryan. Welcome. He's our, if you didn't know, our handicaps and stats guy. So he knows everything about you. He knows if you didn't put your score in. He knows about the game book. He knows about the strokes. He knows who's leading. He knows what's happening. Welcome, Ryan. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Maz. Thanks for inviting me.
And we have Dylan and Donnie, our normal regulars. And then we have a whole bunch of guys on the line. Let me say hello to you before we get stuck into today's preview. We've got Leon Weston. Good evening, gents. We've got Billy Hall. Hello, Billy. Nice to have you back. Martinez as normal. Hello, lads. Paul Ricketts. Hello, chaps. Alan Lowe. Also, hello. If you can say more than hello, that'd be great. Somebody said a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh yeah. Shandon. He's making his debut at Silver Lakes. Good evening, Pete. Looking so forward for our first Duckhook event. We're looking forward to meeting you and for you to be part of the community. Okay, and there's a lot more, so keep on commenting, everybody, and we'll see how we can integrate everybody into it. So, how do we start off? Well, we're going to start off with some big news. Okay, so we had a bit of, after lockdown, or during lockdown, as everybody found, it was tough, no money coming in, but now, after having a couple of good fields, we're back up and running, and this is how our credits are being reinstated for the winners and the top three. June and July, the winners will get credits, but this is how it's going to work going forward from August. So if the field's between 40 and 60 players, the winner will take 600 credits to add 200 credits for second and third. It gets 100. If you're between 61 and 80, then it's 800 credits, 300 for second, 150 for third. Then 81 plus, which we've been for all the Sunday games, you'll get 1,000 credits, 350 and 200. So everybody, thank you very much for being patient with us. But like I said, we're back and up and running. Okay, so collect those credits. You can also use them for virtual golf. You can pay for golf. You can shop on our shop. So they come in handy. Okay, boys, let's get into it. The scorecard of Silver Lakes. Here we go. Par 72, 36 on each side. And let me remind everybody that 11 out of the 18 holes feature water. And Basil, I'll bring you in here first. Just about every par 5, I reckon, is reachable. In 2, should I say.
Yeah, definitely, Maz. It's going to be exciting to see how the guys can get on and make some eagles come Sunday. So not necessarily hitting drive all over, but your second shots are definitely crucial, and obviously keeping your ball dry.
Keeping your ball dry. Dylan, you've played here what is your, when approaching this round, have you got some advice for our boys?
Yeah, played Silver Lakes a lot. I really love it there. I think it's a really good experience. It's such a pretty golf course. The first time you go there can be a little intimidating. There's a lot of water in your eye line. But once you've played the course a few times, you'll realize that there's actually only 2 or 3 really sort of tricky shots. So if you can hold your nerve and commit to your lines on those 3 shots, the rest of the time it's not really as daunting as what it first appears to be. I think what Baz is attending to off the tee is sort of the longer hitters, especially off the club tees. It does narrow out, but for the average club golfer, it's quite wide. It's quite wide landing areas, and there's a few fairway bunkers to stop really wild stuff. So yeah, it's actually a bit more enjoyable than you think. You don't have to be scared of the golf course. Normally the greens are good. They're not as slopey as some of the other courses you'll find. So once you get that ball striking going, you can start being aggressive with the putter.
Great. Ryan, you've played there once before. How did that go for you? Tell us about that. And I agree, Ryan's sitting in the commentary booth on the 12th at Augusta. There he is. Paul Rickett says, Ryan looks like he's sitting as a commentator set, which is very true.
Thank you, Paul. That's what I was going for. But I want to say, I do agree with Dylan. I played, I think, 2 years ago there for the first time. And yes, before you go there, it does seem to be daunting. But once you play, it's not daunting at all. It's actually a very nice course in that. But yeah, when I played, it was actually quite an interesting round. I had my match play there, singles match play. I think after 9 holes, I was 4 down or something, and then the last 9 holes just worked like magic. I think I ended up winning 2 up or something on the last 9 holes. So yeah, that's the memory I have of Silver Lakes. Very nice.
Good.
So we're looking to see you on top of the leaderboard, Ryan.
I won't bargain on that, but we will try.
I'm going to take everybody through the field now, and then we can have a look at some of the handicaps. And I'm sure Ryan has. While he was doing the handicaps with me yesterday, I'm sure you came up with a couple of interesting changes, especially with the Duckhook handicaps. Well, and guys, give me your favorites or comments on the first page. Well, here we go. Here's the first page. We're starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're only off the first tee and we run until I think about 10:30, which is fantastic. So it is going to be a bit of a long day. But yes, at least we'll be done early and we can be home early because Silver Lakes is a bit of a drive. Who do you like on this page, gentlemen?
This is an interesting page. What I do find interesting is there's quite a few oaks where the Duckhook handicap and Saga handicaps are actually quite exactly. You like Fats, Fricky, Tian, Graham, those few oaks. But yeah, I must say, I think Fats. I'll go with Fats. He seems to be a little bit on his game.
Yeah, so my choice will also be Fats. I think the course suits him. I think he's going to have a good round there.
I'm going to call out Nerudo there. I think Nedi, it's a ball strikers type golf course, so you get rewarded for good ball striking. So I think Nerudo, the way he's been in with ball and working on his game, he's going to have a good day.
Great. So there you go, boys. Starting off, Peter Prinsloo with a knockout game. Just remember that red is team knockout games. We've got 7, I think. So we're almost there, but we'll touch on that a bit later. Let's look at page 2. Anything that sticks out for you? I'm going to go for dark horse, Mr. Simon Mayer. He played there Tuesday with me and he shot level, if I am correct, off his 13 handicap. So he actually gets a shot now. So that could be interesting. Or 14. It's the same. But he should have a run at it.
Yeah, like Maz, I think also there, obviously looking at how he played at Dainfern, it's like I think, he was in the lead a few times and he was in the top 3 up until sort of 3 holes to go. So, I think also he can be dangerous there.
I agree.
I think Pranay seems to be turning a corner with his golf as well. So he had a good performance there at Dainfern, and I think Silver Lake's going to play a little easier than Dainfern. So Pranay, look out for Pranay as well.
I think I'm going to go with Dylan there. I actually played with Pranay at Dainfern, and the man was legitimately 2 under par through 5 holes, and all of a sudden I had to consider picking up my socks while we were playing, so it was very impressive to watch. And unfortunately finished 1 over, I think, for his handicap, but he showed some serious signs of hot golf.
And his mate Randall Chetty is the most consistent golfer for 6 handicap I've ever seen, always featuring in the top 10. So have a look out for him. Let's see how he goes. Ryan, you were mentioning somebody about some players when they're handicapped.
Yes. I wanted to say, I don't know if Richard is watching, but Richard, I think if you take note with your handicap, I think you finally, over those 6 rounds of yours, your handicap's gone up by 2 strokes. I just want to, for those that now are wondering what's going on there, your handicaps for the last 6 rounds that you play, the best 3 differentials is what calculates your handicap. Now, Richard's handicap, he had an exceptional round, which now cut him a bit. So now he's gone through his 6 rounds. So he finally, he can now say he's got 2 strokes extra on his handicap. I think he'll be pleased with that on Sunday.
Pleased and dangerous, I'm sure. Pleased and dangerous.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I think those 2 shots will be beneficial.
So that's everybody playing. Obviously, we had featured holes. We were out on the course and we did our own featured holes. But the featured hole that I have chosen, because there's one reason only, and this is the par 5 7th. Because it's not very long, I am interested to see how many eagles we can get on this hole. I think we could have a few. I think we could have 3 or 4 eagles on this hole.
Definitely, I think so. Because for the last few games that we've been doing, I've actually enjoyed doing stats on the course holes and the featured hole that we keep doing. And there's some interesting stats that usually come through. And I think on this one, especially with it being reachable in 2, we might see a few.
Gents, your comments on this?
It's all going to be flag. It's all going to be flag dependent, isn't it? It's a downhill tee shot as well. You can get it down there and have, very, very shortish club in your hand for a par 5. But if they tuck that tee box, that green's a bit slopey. If they tuck that flag, particularly the left-hand flag, it's not an easy one to get to.
Yeah, as you know, when we played with a couple of gorillas, Leonard and Simon, and we hit pretty decent shots there, and I had wedge in. Okay, I might have hit it down a 6 fairway on the left there, but it actually opened up the green pretty nicely. So if you just get it, you advance the ball there, you're looking at a 2-putt birdie comfortably.
And I think the positive is that the flag was actually, as Dylan was saying, tucked left, a very difficult spot. And it was if you're on the right, it actually gives you some room. But if you're going flag hunting, it could be interesting. But I don't think the flag's going to be there because usually Fridays they move it. So we'll see where it is. Richard Stewart's come on, Ryan, and he said, thanks. Back in the mix now. Yes, definitely back in the mix.
There we go, Richard.
Okay, boys. So this is how it's going to go. The first featured hole we had was with Simon. This is the par 3 3rd hole.
Right, this is my featured hole for Sunday at Silver Lakes. It's the par 3 3rd, stroke 16, 160 meters to the flag. Safe shot here would be middle of the green. Bunkers are in front and to the left, so I think if you're going to go long, you want to go long right. This is not the closest to the pin, that'll be the island green 9, but I really do like this hole. I think it's nice and tricky.
So there we go, the par 3 3rd. Who wants to talk about this one? Ad.
Cool, Maz. So beautiful par 3, surrounded by all those houses. Slightly intimidating. On the eye, it feels like the houses are straight on you. Not the longest par 3, surrounded by pretty, actually beautiful bunkers. The contours on the bunkers, the slopes, built into that green. As Simon said on the video, it's knock it middle green and take your 2-putt. If you hit anything inside 10 foot, give yourself a chance,
Very, very true. And yes, a lot of bunkers. So if you find yourself ahead of the bunkers, you've got to do some walking around to get to the green, as I found out. Okay, then we had Martinus from Silver Lakes, the golf operations manager. He joined us for a hole, and he featured the stroke 1, which is really important. The stroke 1, this is his featured hole.
Hello, my name is Martinus, and this is my featured hole from Silver Lakes Golf Course. It's a stroke 1, number 12, and I hope you guys are going to have fun here on Sunday. I want to play it is with a little draw, because the hole, it goes right to left, out of bounds on the left, so stay clear of that, and let's see how it goes. As you can see, I left myself with a small approach in here, about 120, hit a 3-wood off the deck, so it worked out nice. Let's see if we can make a birdie. And that's how you make a birdie on the stroke 1.
Definitely, that's how you make a birdie on the stroke 1. I had a fantastic question here from Mr. Billy Hall. Fast greens, right? Is it fast or is it not fast? Let's compare it to Danefern. It is not as fast as Danefern. I really don't think so. There's a couple that you had to get after a bit. I would say, what was Danefern running at? 12, maybe? 11? What do you think?
11 and a bit.
Yeah, 11.
11 a bit.
Baz, would you agree with me? It would be about 2 less. Running at about 9?
Yeah. Silver Lakes was definitely around 9. But what I found was, like, wherever there was water around the greens, they were slightly faster, if I may be honest.
Okay.
So, guys, just a heads up in terms of, which greens you're obviously playing. Just make sure, have a real good look at the greens, because they are slightly faster where there is water. Ironically, I don't know why. But just a heads up on that. But they roll true, they're beautiful, and just putt positively throughout your round. You'll be fine.
Donnie, are you a fan of faster or medium greens?
Great advice.
Definitely faster greens. I enjoy them. I like to sort of die the putt into the hole. But yeah, no, definitely I enjoy quick greens.
Okay.
But I must say, it's like from a past experience at Silver Lakes, it's looking at the greens, they roll true. That's one thing I have to say. They've always had very true greens. From my last game that I played there, it's like it was actually very quick. So, the fact that they're running sort of at 9, just over 9, it just shows that they're trying to sort of, in this area, trying to just look after the greens and stuff. So
that's it,
yeah.
Great stuff, boys. Very good insight for our gang that's going to be playing there on Sunday. Right, this is on to the next featured hole. Now, this was my featured hole. If you've played Silver Lakes, you'll definitely know what hole this is. My featured hole for today, and if you've played Silver Lakes, you know exactly what hole this is. This is a par 5 14th. Now, why is it special? Because it's got 2 fairways. We've got the little island fairway that's on your right hand side, and then we've got the longer fairway on the left. So you can choose how you want to play it. Do you want to play safe and go left, or do you want to shorten the hole, play it up to the island fairway, and try and get to the green in 2? So a tough little hole. Any birdie on this hole is a great birdie. I'm really interested to see if there will be even a birdie on that hole. You're going to have to really play that hole well, eh?
It's going to be interesting. I think.
Yeah, it's such an interesting hole. It's so unique. Would have been a good one for our Duckhook 18, I think.
Definitely.
But not to influence anybody, but in an individual comp, and then on top of that, if you look at the approach to that green, I don't think the island fairway is even an option to look at, honestly. Unless you're an absolutely superb ball striker. So even if you manage to pull that shot off and hit that island fairway, you're then hitting sort of up the shallowest part of the green, looking straight at a retaining wall. And on winter greens, you're never going to launch it and then stop it on that green. If you look at that caption again, the green is angled left to right. So if you hit down the left side of the fairway, then you're approaching much more up the depth of the green. You could possibly, even with a little fade, run it up if you need to. So, put your ego away, play the hole correctly, and, when you go back there for a match play game or a Friday afternoon game, then you can try and go at the island fairway.
Yeah. And I think for many higher handicaps, sorry, Donnie, you can come in after this. Many higher caps will probably have to hit a driver to the left, then still lay up before the water and then approach the green, because it is quite a distance for you to carry, probably 200 still to carry, and that can be difficult. Donnie, you were saying?
Yeah, obviously I think, the choice on the tee box is going to be the big thing, because you just need to look at it from this point of view. If you hit it left, to the safety route, and you hit a bad second or bad third, you're still in play. If you go the island route and you basically hit a good drive there, and now all of a sudden you miscue your second shot, it's only going one place, and that's water, and then you're dropping, or still on the island, and you're hitting your, it's like next shot still over that daunting shot. So, the choice is going to be really hard from the tee box.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Could see a couple of snowmen, gents.
I'm gonna kind of disagree with Donnie and Dill there.
Okay.
We had this conversation where, so where the club tee was, where we played on Tuesday, you could literally hit your 5-6 iron on the island. All right. So just bear with me, guys. So you hit your 5-6 iron, 175. Okay, I hit it 190. So you take off at least 40 meters if you take the ballsy route and go up the right. And let's say you still have 200, 210. That second shot layup over the water left is a lot easier than still to, hit your driver left and then, still have your layup at 250. So it's actually your second shot that is the most important there. If they push the tees back come Sunday, then I'll even opt going up the left. But I was telling Maz, if you can hit your 5-iron with a little cut, it doesn't have to come out the middle. Just make sure you fly that front edge of that island. It's a totally different hole from there. It's like I hit 2-iron, 7-iron. I had 190 middle, and it was actually a breeze. I took it on. It was nervy. But I just feel like you're wasting so much nerves going up the left, hitting it in the houses, or now you're under the tree because you're too scared even to hit that fairway or leak it into the right hazard. So it's a very mixed bag kind of hole, and it's one of my favorite holes on that golf course.
And that's what makes golf awesome, because we all decide to do different things.
Can I add to that? Sorry, man, I just want to add to that. I mean, I start off that explanation saying, unless you're an exceptional ball striker, and Baz needs to understand. Baz needs to understand he's an exceptional ball striker. The problem is we're trying to help guys that are, maybe don't hit the ball as solidly as often as he does. And on top of that, I've never played against a 5-iron. It's always been a driver to get there, but that's not the point. The guy has to account or take into account the fact that he may miss hit that tee shot, and then he might be dropping 3 on the front of the tee box. Now he's got another 500 meters to go, and he's already wasted 2 shots. You know what I mean? So the risk reward doesn't come off. For someone like Baz, who says hitting a 5-iron or a 2-iron, whatever, and he hits the ball out the middle of the golf club 95% of the time, no, it's a different story. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about an average guy, and it's an individual comp. I just don't see the risk and the reward in it.
So Nadil, my mental approach to that hole is that island fairway is wider than the sloot. It's wider than the sloot that is cutting the 2 fairways.
Yeah.
So
it is wide.
So if you're opting up to the left, and this is part of the rules, throughout the episode, we'll get to that, where if you fly it straight into that hazard, you might as well have just gone for the island. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, my advice to amateur golfers and those who don't find the middle all the time is, if you're going to bail out properly, So, it's one of those holes where you just got to, make the least amount of numbers. So, if anything, like, you don't even hit driver there. You hit 4-iron up the left, 8-iron over the bunker, and then you still got the daunting third. So it's always going to be daunting regardless first, second, or approach shot. So best of luck to all the Duckhooks.
100%. It's definitely a daunting hole.
I'm excited to see the stats.
No, I mean, for us, guys, I'll be honest with you, giving the advice that I've given, to be honest with you, every time I've played that, I've hit an island fairway, every single time.
100%.
Because it's a big landing area, and I know that I'm not going to miss-hit the golf ball, and it's not going to carry. I know that it's going to carry. It's not an issue. And then when I'm hitting that approach shot and you're hitting a 6 or 7-iron, we hit the ball high enough and far enough to stop it. The problem is, even if someone's got 190 onto that thing, a lot of people are going to be hitting 4-irons or hybrids.
100%. They're laying up over the left.
Yeah. They ain't stopping on that green. So I like what you said there, a little 4-iron down the left, 7-iron, 6-iron across. Yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go for most guys.
I'm going to have to put a pause on the debate here. It's been great. It's nice to have these debates, but we only have so much time. But yes, put in the comments which way you're going to go. You're going to go left, or are you the brave golfer to go straight? And then we'll get back to it. Tian Schmullian, who came second at Danefern on Sunday, he says, sounds like we need to bring enough balls. Well, if you're not hitting it straight, yes. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
right, we've got one more featured hole, and this was Basil's hole. Baz, here's your featured hole.
So my featured hole for today, hole 15, stroke 17, par 4. Drivable. So for me, definitely a risk and reward hole for the guys. Let's see what we can get from this.
Yeah, so one of the greens we can really get to. 300 meter, I can't get to it, but there's a couple of boys who can bomb that. So maybe there's an eagle chance there. We'll see. It also depends where the pin is, because if it's on the left, that is very difficult. Robert Michael comes into the conversation. Competitive mindset from Mr. Basil Wright. Coaching brilliance from Dylan. Both approaches work. Depends on the situation. Yes, well said, well said. Okay, so those are the featured holes over there. Let me go to the pins that will be featuring. This is what's happening. The longest drive is going to be the second. The second hole is the longest drive. The par 3 ninth we all know is at Island Green, and there's a ninth hole. Remember we say what holes are the ninth, or par 3 on courses? Well, here's one of them, Silver Lakes, and the par 3 13th, also over water. So yes, very, very difficult. For me, gentlemen, let me just come off this. For me, the biggest oxymoron at Silver Lakes will be an easy par 3. No easy par 3.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, I want to show you a flyover quickly. And this is, Baz, you take us through the longest drive quickly. This is the par 5. We chose this one because you can bomb it.
All right, so on the second hole, unfortunately, there's this massive tree in the middle, about 2 out. So guys that are going to go after the longest drive, best of luck to your seconds. So, yeah, I think this is the most ideal for the longest drive based on that it's flat, relatively wide, and risk and reward for the score on that hole. So whether you would just like to score on that hole or go for the longest drive, that's totally up to you.
Okay, well, come on, Jerks. We're not going to hit it past that tree. Let's put in perspective. How far did you hit it? Right next to the tree on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I hit it right to that tree. And
a good drive. So if you get past there, you've done well. Very, very. All right, I just want to show the guys who haven't played Silver Lakes. I want to show you the ninth. This is the closest to the pin. Yes, so depending, this can range. When we played, it was 100 and, I can't remember, 14 odd meters. But it can go all the way back to 160 meters. So it's going to be very interesting to see where the tee position is.
I find it's a great hole, actually. It's a very nice par 3. And not that I played it well the last time I played there, but it's a very nice par 3.
Looks like we're in Florida, boys. That's a beautiful shot over there. Yeah. Okay, where are we going to next? Yes, here we're going. So, Modernist joined us on the 13th, another par 3, which is the other closest to the pin, for a bit of a challenge with the boys. Easy challenge, as was to see who could get it closest to the pin. Who won? Silver Lakes or Duckhook? All right, boys. So we've got a challenge, and this is the challenge. We've got Modernist Kleinans, the golf operations manager, and we're on the par 3 13th, and it's going to be a close to the pin. So he's taking on, he wants to get it inside all of us, Simon, Leonard, and Basil.
Oh, that looks good. Little left. Down. Ooh, in the bunker, unfortunately.
Where'd it go, Baz?
Same bunker left.
So nobody's hit the green yet. Come on, gents.
Oh, shot lane. That's
Right.
the pressure off me. Here we go. Well done.
On the green, easy game. Don't know what this actually complaining about.
Get in the hole.
It's in the water. What do you mean in the hole?
Okay, I'm last to go. Big green. Come on, we can do it. Chose to lay up. Only one on the green, Len.
Easy game.
So does that mean it's a win for us?
Well, that's going to go in, so we got the point already. We're going to get the birdie for the win. Tap in par, we'll take it.
Well, there we go. The challenge is over. Only Len managed to hit the green, so Duckhook at least takes something. Yeah, at least we took something. Yeah, but a difficult green to hit, I must say, because if you don't really strike it well, you really have to carry the water the whole way. Really a tough green. Lots of water. That's the stretch with plenty of water. So you guys who haven't played there, you saw the flyover. Plenty of water. Okay. One of our favorite things to do is our group betting. Boys, let's get some winners. Let's not all speak at once. Guys in the chat, let me know who you think is going to win these groups. Group A, Trevor Miller, Charles Ferreira, Graham de Villiers, myself, and Leon van Aarde. I put myself in this group because I might be able to win this one. That's the only reason for Group A. So I'm going with me.
I was going for you there, Mez.
Maz, I would say I'm going for you there.
I just make sure that Graham de Villiers doesn't shoot another 36 points again, and then I'm in there. Group B, Martinez Becker, Leon Oosthuizen, Frikkie Barnard, Alan Lowe, and Adam Ford. Good group here. Gentlemen, who do you think?
Martinez.
Frikkie.
Martinez. That little lefty can play. Get that little fade going.
Yeah.
Who else? Anyone?
I'm going to go for my partner, Frikkie.
Okay. Move on to Group C, Cornel Erasmus, Peter Zaccario, Ryan Esmond, Malafani Mokwena, and Paul Ricketts. Are we going to go for Paul Ricketts again? But with his bust knee, that might not be the best choice. Maybe I'm going to go for Cornel Erasmus on this occasion.
Good call.
Yeah, I agree, Cornell.
Yeah, I'm going to go Peter.
I think Rye's going to be a little bit tired after his 72 holes this week, and a bit of playing under pressure and stuff. He's going to be a bit knackered, so I think Cornell's the one there.
Okay.
I'm going handicap though, poorly.
There we go. Okay, let's go to the next page. We've covered this one. Sorry, I've come out first. Page 2. Who's in it? Group D. Fats Carlos, Leonard Nell, Kevin Ho, Barry Fenter, Billy Hall. I'm going to go with Barry.
Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kevin, or unless Fats is a brilliant day.
I'm going to stick with Fats. I mentioned him earlier. I think the course will suit him and he'll play well. So Fats is my choice.
Group E, Jason Jenniker, Kevin Roman, I'll get Robert, Rob Michael, JP Atwood, and Louis Gerber. Yes, Dylan.
No, I was just saying I agree with Barney with Fats. I think Fats is going to play well.
Okay. I'm going to go with Louis Gerber in Group E because Louis Gerber knows how to play golf. Good player he is. Anyone else? What's your predictions?
I'll play JP.
Yeah, I'll go with JP.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Louis.
JP is one of those who can play great when he's not playing a Duckhook event, and when he plays a Duckhook event, he falls apart. Don't know what it is. All in his head. Must be. Right. Group F. Group F, we have Chad Rose. Hello, Chad. Mr. GQ, Donna Perumal, Ronnie Volherter, Lyle Langley, and Randall Chetty. I'm going with Randall, just because he never goes away.
100% Randall.
Yeah, Randall.
I'm going to go Lyle. Lyle's going to have his new drive in the bag.
Will his driver be there, Donnie?
If it's going to be there.
Then definitely Lyle. I played with him yesterday. He's swinging like a dream. So his current driver is just not suited for him. So if he's got that driver back, he's swinging like an absolute dream.
I'm not going to say Lyle because I was supposed to play with him on Sunday, but he ditched us.
Yes, he's playing a match play game. So
He's played a match play game.
I made him ditch you. So I apologize. Basil, head to heads. This is always fun. The last two have been ties. Red team, blue team. Cyril Stain against Glenn Williams. They're both 30 handicappers, so that should be interesting. Carl van der Linde, you're taking on Oki Brits. Myself, I'm taking on Simon because I reckon that could almost end in a tie. Basil, you take on Paul. I think that'll be good. Quibus Skummans taking on Sun, Reynard Skumman. Donnie in the back taking on Hanu, so the low guys there. Pranay, you're taking on Barry Fenter. Frikkie Barnard's taking on Ryan Esmond. Peter Prinsloo is taking on Robert Michael. And the two brothers, Heinrich Verree is taking on Aldo Verree. Quick predictions here, boys?
It's a couple of good matchups.
Yes.
Oh, that's tight. That is tight.
I think it's going to be very good. This is a good one.
I really want to see the father-son game. I think that's going to be very interesting.
It is going to be interesting.
Depending on the amount of beers Paul is going to have on Saturday, I might have a good chance. So
yeah.
You'll have an advantage, Basil.
You would think that this one will end in a tie, more so than the others. So yes, that's going to be fun, boys. So look out for that and see if you can beat your partner. Wow. We have the virtual competition for Silver Lakes. Our virtual competitions, how it works is your scores count in amongst everything. We only got one this week because it's so close between Dainfern and Silver Lakes. So we thought, let's just focus on one. And we have a great one. What are we doing? We're doing the best of the par fives. So how it's going to work, all the scores from the par fives will go into a leaderboard for each player, and we'll see who gets the most points. If it's count back, because I'm sure there'll be guys with the same points, and we go to the 14th, and we go in stroke order. So the 14th is the hardest, the lowest stroke, and then it goes to the 18th, second, and the par 5, 17th is the stroke 18. What can you win for your 100 credits? You can win a Titleist 816H2 hybrid. Second place, 200 credits. Third place, 100. And fourth, 50 credits. Good prize, Donnie.
Yeah, definitely is. It's something to just keep on the back of the mind. So now it's going to be interesting to see if the guys are going to go for the Island Green with that prize on at for grabs. So yeah.
Correct. Because it's make or break. If you hit it in the water, you're out of it. If you make it on, you could win it.
True.
Good price. So
Very cool.
we've got a couple
Very
of people
cool.
who've entered it. So if we will take more, and we'll take some more on Sunday. If we can get a good crowd, then it's a nice prize to win out of a nice bunch of people. Okay, this we're going to do very quickly because we've already gone over a lot of time. But it's, as I promised, it's the match play, and I want to show you some logs so we can see where we stand. These are the games that are happening. The Daredevils are playing Team Dimpleballs. Young Guns are playing their final match against the Black Panthers. Team 5, that is... Oh, I can't remember. Scratch My Handicap, I think it is. No. Like the Spaldings, One Direction. We're taking on the Quellas. We need to win this game. If we don't win this game, there is zero chance of going through. Double Trouble. I don't think you can get through. You're taking on the Wannabe JTs. Sorry. Let's go through the groups quickly. I'll recap this for you. If you're in this group, you're more than welcome to have your say. Group A, Jason Ivins and Father Eddie Ivins is leading on 8 points. This is an important one because Team Dimpleballs only played one. They have tried to schedule all their games in August, and they pretty much are the only ones who really have it, who can win this group if they win 2 or 3 of their games. So this will be interesting as we go through it. The other guys not really a chance. This is the Group B. This is an interesting one. So it basically comes down to we need to win against the Quellas, and the Quellas need to meet the Mighty Ducks, which they will do, which is fantastic. That means we go through, Donnie. So I apologize now already about that.
Well, I can tell you now, my vote is going to the Quellas. I'll even phone them. Guys, you can phone me up. I'll help you guys through the course. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people rooting for me and my partner. I can tell you that much. They're tired of seeing you guys dominate everything. Okay. Group C, Rudy Mattia and partner Tian Schmulian, you guys are through. The other guys cannot catch you, I don't think. No, they can go to 9. No, their points difference is a mess. Carlin, no, they can't make it either. So well done. First team through out of everybody. They go through to the quarterfinals. Then we've got Group D, Matt Banek and who's the son? I think Matt's the son. Mark is the father. I could be wrong. They've gone through in this group, so well done over there. Only one game left. Group E. Let's do Group E. What's happening in Group E? This is all up for grabs. 7-6-3. So it's probably going to be the top 2, but plenty of games still to play. So I think, yes, this is going to be an interesting group. So after the next 2 games, we will see where that stands. Let's go to the next group. We're on Group F. This was decided at Dainfern, where Nikki and Billy beat, who did they beat? Gideon and Super Sub Carl van der Linde. Super Sub was not super enough to get the victory, but they have full points. 4 out of 4, 11 bonus points difference, so they are through to the next round. Well done, Billy. I know you're watching. All right, 2 more to go. Group C, Randall, Chetty, and Brayton. This is also, we got a forfeit, so they only have to play 3 games. So Randall and Brayton have won 2, so they're on 6. So they only need to win 1 more game against the, who they're playing, Grippet or Sippet, and then they are through. They are the defending champions, the joiners. And then Ryan Jensen, this is your group. Take us through it.
Yeah, it's not like we have any chance, even if we do win. But it would be nice to beat the wannabe JT, so we can be the ones that caused their 1 loss, but it'll be for bragging rights. But yeah, they're pretty much through, as we can see. Yeah, that's this group, yeah.
Interesting. Well, good luck. Enjoy your game. It will be nice to see how the boys go. So, gentlemen, that is pretty much for the preview for Silver Lakes. I think it's quite in depth. Our very good panel has given plenty debate and plenty to talk about. Is there any other pieces of wisdom that you would like to give out? All I can say is, for me especially, coming off Dainfern, what is the easiest shot in golf?
Practice shot.
Your 4th putt. Definitely your 4th putt.
You got good practice there, man.
Last tips. We've got 1 minute left. Let's do it. Anybody want to say anything? Boys in the comment line, thank you very much for watching. Anyone? No?
Yeah, I would say just to the guys that's playing on Sunday, it's like when you're hitting your approach shots to the green, just have a look where the trouble is and try and avoid that major trouble and try and keep it out the water.
Fantastic. And if you haven't been to Silver Lakes, it is quite a drive. So please allow yourself enough time. We tee off at 8 to get there, get through security. You should all... I got my access code today, so you should get your access codes today. Go in. It's quite a drive through the estates. Lovely area, the clubhouse. Have a putt. There's a driving range. There's a chipping. Great facilities. And then enjoy your day out with us. Remember, 2 live scorings, team game and main game. So don't forget that. Anything else we need to know? I don't really think so. Player pack is on its way. Thank you very much, everybody. We're going to say goodbye, and we're going to see you soon. Have a nice evening.